Hey friend, I'm glad you're here. I can hear it in what you wrote. That frustrating, heavy feeling when things just aren't working, and you can't even put your finger on why. It's like trying to catch smoke. You know something's off, but when you reach for it, there's nothing solid to grab. That's exhausting. And honestly, it's one of the most common, most human experiences there is. So let's just sit with that for a minute. You don't need to have it figured out right now. Here's the thing, friend. We're taught that if something's wrong, we should be able to name it. Identify the problem, fix the problem, move on. But life doesn't always work like that. Sometimes you're just in a season where everything feels slightly off kilter, and there's no neat label for it. No clear villain. No obvious broken part. Just this vague sense that things aren't landing the way they should. And when you can't name it, it's easy to start thinking the problem is you. Like if you were smarter or more self-aware, you'd know what's wrong. But that's not true. Not knowing what's wrong doesn't mean you're doing it wrong. Sometimes the fog is just fog. It doesn't mean you're lost forever. It just means you're in it right now. You said things just don't seem to work out, and I want to honor that. That's real. That's not nothing. But I also want to gently push back on the idea that you need to pinpoint the exact problem before you can feel better or move forward. Sometimes the pressure to name it, to diagnose it, to solve it becomes its own kind of weight. You're already carrying the feeling of things not working. And then on top of that, you're carrying the pressure to figure out why. That's a lot, friend. What if, just for today, you let yourself off the hook for having the answer? What if it's okay to say, I don't know what's wrong, but I know I feel sad and stuck. And that's enough information for now. You don't need to name it to know it's real. You don't need a clear diagnosis to deserve rest or kindness or space to breathe. I think sometimes we get so focused on finding the problem that we forget to just acknowledge the feeling. So let me say it plainly. You're allowed to feel off without having a reason ready. You're allowed to be sad without a story that makes sense. You're allowed to show up here multiple times in one day, searching for something, even if you're not sure what that something is. That's not weakness. That's just being human. And here's the other thing, clarity doesn't always come on command. You can't force yourself to see what's wrong any more than you can force yourself to fall asleep. Sometimes you have to sit in the not knowing for a bit. Let it be uncomfortable. Let it be vague. And trust that eventually, when you're ready, when the fog lifts a little, you'll see what you need to see. But right now, friend, you don't have to have it all figured out. You really don't. So here's what I want you to take with you today. It's okay to not know. It's okay to feel stuck without being able to explain why. The fact that you can't point to the problem doesn't mean there's something wrong with you. It just means you're in the middle of something. And the middle is always the hardest part to see clearly. Be gentle with yourself. You're doing better than you think. And friend, whenever you need to come back and sit in the fog with someone who gets it, I'm here. Take care.